The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello. Guys, good evening, all of you. Am I audible now? Hello. Guys, good evening, all of you. Am I audible? Hello, hello, hello. I think now I am audible. Can you guys please confirm? Yes, yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. So what we are going to discuss today? That's the main question. What we are going to discuss today. So today's agenda is to just give you a walkthrough about our project, what we are going to build. Fine. Okay. After that, I told you on the last class that I will show you how a use effect is really helpful. That thing I will show you. Second, we will do a to-do application because now you know what is React and how it is working, what is the hooks and all, but you don't have an hands-on practice of doing any project inside React. So that to-do application is very fairly simple and the starting application what we can do. Okay, so that these are the three things what we can discuss. Next day, tomorrow, which is tomorrow, we can discuss about routing and Redux. Okay, routing and Redux we can discuss. After that, we will, from Wednesday, we'll start our project. Is it okay? I hope you heard what I have told just now. Yes, fine. So YouTube people are hearing. I don't know. We are not getting so many messages on go-to meetings. So let's see. Completely fine. Okay, so let me give you a walkthrough about this project. Maybe it looks simple to you. Fine, maybe it looks simple to you. Maybe look, array sir, what we are doing there. Fine, but let me walk you through this. And when you once you build it, then you will understand, okay, why it was important, why we did this. Fine. Okay. So first of all, this is called Synthesia. It is a music player application, fine, and not a normal music player application. Actually, here over here, whatever the images and the songs are coming, these are coming from a third-party application called Jamendo. Okay, if I show you over here, inspect it and the network request, okay, and refresh this whole application, you will see there is a network request. There is a network request called song, and it is coming from on render, fine, which is our backend we have done. And here also the song is coming from Zomendo. Okay, Jamendo it is coming. Fine. Let me, I think I can, let me tell, please tell me whether you are able to hear the song or not. Fine. So once you click on this, it will start, it will start playing. Fine. So I don't know whether you are able to hear the music or not. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. Now listen. Now listen. I hope now you will listen. Fine. See,
Preface, trio hardcore, preface.
Now you can hear the song. Yes, you can hear. Fine. So this is what a music player application we are going to design. Now over here, it will load a basic musics which are coming from the Zomando app. That Zomando app is not an Indian app, so you will not find any Indian songs over here. These are on metallic songs if you are interested on that. Okay, that's what done by sometimes Linkin Park and all. Okay, then we can change it to the workout song. If you want a workout song, you can have to click on the workout. It will load your workout songs, not your means whatever it is coming from the API, third party API. All those workout songs it will be loaded over here. Okay, and if you want a chill mix over here, so these are actually the playlist. Chill mix, workout, right? So you can have those, you add, click on that, and what will happen? It will create. It will give you the list, and you can then play the song according to that. It is giving you 10 songs, okay, one at a time, 10 songs it is giving you. So when you are happy, you can see this playlist, relaxing, you can go for this playlist. Okay, fine, you can increase the sound, decrease the sound, whatever you like, you can do. Even you can increase the play time, like if you want 1.25x, you can play in 1.25x. As you can see, it has been the started, right? If you want to play in 2x speed, 2x speed, fine. If you want to mute it, mute, fine. Okay. If you want shuffle, right? Shuffle means what? Let me decrease the sound. Shuffle means what? If you are going to the next song, fine. Suppose it went to the next song, so it will not go six, it will not go seven, it will go randomly, fine. So it went here to fourth song. Randomly it is visiting. Now, if you want repeat, fine. So either a shuffle or a repeat, any two of them, any one of them is possible. Okay, any one of them is possible. So either you can repeat or you can have a shuffle mode. So now after 5 seconds or not, it will start repeating itself. Fine. See, it didn't change. It didn't change. I think fine. So these are very basics for okay. Now you can search for, you can also search for, but if you want to search it, you have to log in. Fine. Now, yes, this is now the backend integration, what we can have it. Okay, you are talking about full stack. This is where the backend integration it's come where basics question in the interview is that have you done authentication? Have you done authentication? That is the basic question. So that's what we will cover over here. Fine, we will cover over here that you can have an email ID, you can have a password over here, and then you can log in. Right? Before, see, now you on the first, when you come very first on the website, what will happen? You cannot log in, correct? So you have to sign up. So you can click on this, you can go to the sign up pages, fine. Here you can add your own picture if you want. I like any picture you can have, fine. Suppose this picture I can have, fine. Enter in the name, that is Rohit Kumar, fine. Email ID rohit.kumar @wsa.com. Fine. @wsa.com and password 123QWE. Fine. Okay. We can sign up. So sign up is failed. Okay. Okay. Let's do one thing because sometimes what happen, the picture is so large. Fine. The picture is large. That's why the sign up may fail. Let's not upload the picture right now, okay? Because you will see in the inspect button, if you go and see the console, it will tell you the payload is large, okay? So I'll just enter the name, Rohit dot Kumar @wsa.com. Fine. Rohit, sorry, password will be 123QWE. And just for safety, what I should do, 12345QWERTY or 12345 6QWERTY. Fine. 12345 6 QWERTY. Okay. Now, before let's sign up, guys. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sign up. So you can see we have signed up. Fine. You can see Rohit Kumar @WSA and the password has been given. You can save it or you can keep it. Fine. So as you can see here, my name is there. And my name is over here. It is showing. Okay. Here, sign up and login option is not there. Fine. Also, you can now whatever you want to change, you can change it. Fine. Okay, if you want to add a picture over here, you can add a picture over here, no issues. Okay, now that's what I was telling. Maybe sometimes what happen is that the picture is little bit bigger inside, right? So because we have to send it over an API, we have to be with uh, like very small values, right? So that our code or our project should not collapse. Okay, so that's why let's try over here. Save the changes. Okay. The profile upload failed. As you can see, the content is too large. Fine. We'll talk about this. This is 413 error. We'll talk about this everything because the content is too large. That's why we are not able to upload it. Hmm? Fine. We can cancel it. Okay, anytime. Okay. Then we can go for search. Now here the search will come. Okay. So here I can write like a live music. Fine. If there is any live music over with our APIs, it will give you. If there is no live movies, fine, live. Okay, so it has given me, see here, live. If I have written, it is giving me these musics. Okay, you can click on play that music. Fine. So what will happen? It will start playing it, as you can see, as you can hear also. Okay. Okay, as you can hear also. Then what you can do extra, you can also like this. Right here, like button is there. Let me just decrease the sound. Here, like button is there. You can like it. What will happen once you like it? It will go to your favorite song. Now, in the favorite song, this favorite is your playlist now. This is what it is creating. Your playlist. Fine. Again, you can go search for any song. Suppose you can write young. Fine. Some like it. You should not go and search Bollywood, Tollywood, Hollywood songs. Fine, it will not come. Just a generic song and like lofi songs it will come. So those kind of things you can search over here. Okay, suppose over here 01 be yourself. Fine. Okay, again I will like this song. Again, if you see, it is going to add it in my favorite. See, and you can unfavorite is also see here. If I click on that hurt icon, it went out of my list because I unchecked that. Fine. If I again check it, see it is coming into my favorite real time update. Correct? Real time update. Fine. Okay. Now you can pause it. Okay. You can log out also. Home, go for home. Log out. Fine. Now let me show you. See here, now it is guest. Now you cannot do anything. Okay, your search bar, you have to log in. Fine. So my login detail is there. Okay. If I forget the password also, I have see forget password option is there where you can actually reset your password. Fine, where you can actually reset your password. Fine. Okay. Now, if I go for search, okay. If I go for my favorite, what is happening? My favorite, again, a login, it is asking you. You can log in, it will log in. And if you go to my favorite again, you will see the data that yes, two songs you have liked is there. And that's all, guys. This is what this whole applications looks like. Sign up also, if you, okay, login also, if you forget the password, it is there, right? So this is all your application looks like. So how is it, guys? Shall we build? Shall we build this application? See, now after building it, you can do whatever you want. Fine, all the codes are with you, will be with you. See, now you can, over this, you can add a download feature where you can download the song. Fine, download the song in your local desktop. That thing you can add. If you want to add any AI features, if you know that you can add. So this is the basic application we will give you, the basic project we will give you. Now, if you want to modify, welcome. You can modify. If you want to modify the CSS, you can modify the CSS. Whatever you want, you can do. But first, my request is that learn. That's the project is given to learn. Right? You learn, after that you do whatever you want. Right? Whatever you want, you can do. Fine. So this is your project. So many people are telling up what was that project. This is your project. Okay. I hope now you will be satisfied with this project. Fine. Okay. But before before doing this project, fine, before doing this project, we have to do a hands-on practice, correct? So for that, this is the project to do the hands-on practice, correct? So here, just a normal to-do application it is where you can actually add your to-dos, add your grocery list, right? Here also you can edit your to-dos if you want. Suppose this I want to be written as hello. So I can write it as an hello. Okay. You can delete the to-do if you want. Okay. Important thing over here is that if I write a hello or if I write learn uh, React React hook, fine, add, right, add it. Then what we can do, if you refresh this, it will not go anywhere. What was happening when you refresh it something, it was like it is coming to its original position. But here nothing is well. Even though it is not getting deleted if I refresh it 100 times, it is not getting deleted. Because we have a functionality over here we add, which we will add it of a local storage, right? As you can see, if we will go for inspect, right? One second, one second. If I go for okay, memory, sorry, not memory, application. In the application, local storage, as you can see in the local storage, you have to do, right? That thing only it is written, learn. So if you refresh also, what is happening? The data is coming from that too. Fine. So this integration actually we will learn and we'll build this small application today itself. What do you think? Shall we start? And tailwind CSS also is there. Tell me, guys. So we'll start. Excited? Is there any problem from the YouTube side, guys? Now is it audible, guys? Hello. Is my voice now audible? Yes, guys. Now I think my voice will be audible clear to you. Is it clear now? Or is it clear now? Yes, you'll get an internship certificate after this because that's why this is called an internship. I was switching to the slides. Acha, where do you lo lost me? Like, where did you not got my voices? Now, where? So that I can start from there, no? Did you see how an infinite loop run? Did you saw that what we did and what we did to stop that? Okay, once more I will show you. So my question over here is that the first time if you want to run this application where you want to show that one piece of advice is there. Okay, responses, fine, responses. So one advice you want at the very beginning of the website, correct? Fine. So my basic instinct will be what? We should write this get advice, and we should write this and we should save this. So what will happen? This function will run. This function will run. It will get the data for me. Fine. It will get the data for me, add the data over where we wanted the data and update my count variable, and that's all it will do. Correct? Correct. My instinct is correct. That's what it will do. But here is the wrong thing. What it does is that it updated a infinite loop. It created an infinite loop. Now, in order to just not break my browser, I'm just commenting it out for you. What happened? Why this happened? Why it has once I have written call get advice, once I've called the get advice, why it did 1936 requests within a second. Why it does that? Because, guys, because I'll tell you what is the science behind this. What happened? Do you remember the state when it's get updated? It will help to re-render all the it will help to re-render all the component, the parent component. You remember that if a state is changed, it will re-render the whole component. Yes or no, guys? Just tell me. Do you remember that when I was teaching you a use state, I told you yes, perfect. So what happened when this get advice is getting updated, when this get advice is getting called, sorry, not updated, called, what happened is that this particular API is called and this particular API is updating my advice. This particular API is updating my advice. When this advice is being updated, what will happen? Re-render will happen. Once this re-render happens, once this re-render happens, this get advice is again called. Obviously, no. Obviously, when this all thing will re-render, this get advice will call again. Correct? This get advice is going to be called again. Once this get advice is being called again what it is doing, again it is updating my advice. Again, they update my advice, update my state. And then the state is updated, everything re-renders, again it called my advice, get advice. Again, get advice is getting called. Again, what it will do, it will update the state. And this whole thing repeats again and again, causing you an infinite loop. What it is causing you? An infinite loop. To stop this, fine. To stop this, what we have to use? We have to use a use effect. We have to use what? Use effect. Now, what does this use effect again it is doing? Again, I will tell you, there are three conditions when the use effect will run. First condition, when there is no dependency array, means the dependency array is empty. That time only the first time when the initial rendering will happen, that time this use effect will run and it will give you the advice. Fine. After that, nobody can run use effect. That is the first case. Second case, if you write something in the dependency, if you write something in the dependency, then when the dependency changes, when that particular array dependency changes, that time only the use effect will run. Okay. Third way is that when you don't have a dependency array, means this square bracket is also not there. Then it is just working like a normal function. Okay. Just working like a normal function. And what we have done, because it is a third party API, we have called it too many times. Now it will not give you advice because you see, cannot read the properties of null because we have given too many requests. After some time only we can give more requests. Fine. So we have actually broke out the applications. Broke the application. Yes, we have broke this application. Okay. So now in this case, we have to render it only for the first time. So we have to use a use effect with a empty dependency array, so that it only runs for this first time. Fine. So this is getting updated. When this is called, advice is getting updated. Advice render everything except use effect. Use effect is telling I have now rendered, I will not render again. Whatever you can do, you can do. But I will not render. That's what use effect is telling. So everything else will re-render, use effect will not re-render. And that's why that will avoid us to get unlimited or unlimited network request. Understood, guys? That is the use of use effect. Understood, guys? Any doubt over here? Okay. Okay. Now let's move on to do our project, right? So in the React, what we have to do, we have to go for the new folder and write it as 02 basic to do application. Okay. Yes, the previous test is again open, and that previous test is open up to 2nd of January, 7 o'clock. If you are interested, you can go again, you can give it. Not those who have given, they don't have to give again, right? Those who have not given, they can again give the test. Fine. It is now, it will open after today 9:30. Fine. After 9:30 it will open. Okay. So over here, right click, open in integrated terminal. This you can close and close all others you close. Fine. Basic to do application, how to install React, guys. npm create vite @latest. Correct. So it will ask you for project, enter, then React, enter, and then JavaScript, enter. No, yes. Hello. Is it not audible, guys? Hello. Okay. Okay, guys. So we have our basic applications ready. Okay, correct. Now let me tell you how we can install a Tailwind CSS over here. Fine. You want to learn Tailwind CSS? Okay. So what you have to do, you have to just go. This is our 5175 project. Fine. What we have to do, we have to just go to the Tailwind CSS. Uh, okay, just let's move on to the tailwindcss.com. Okay, go to the documentation with Vite. We are going to use it now. So it has been. So these two things we have done. npm create Vite latest, my project name, and everything it has been done. From the second step, we have to follow. npm install tailwind css Vite, and click on this. Fine. Copy this. Okay. Close this. In order to close this, you have to press Control C. Fine. In order to close this, you have to press Control C. Control V. Fine. npm install tailwind and tailwind css Vite. Both of them will get installed. Okay. Next step, we'll go to here. Next step is what? Import Tailwind CSS from Tailwind Vite. That is one import, and we have to import over here inside our vite.config.ts file. Now we will not have a TS file, but we will have a JS file. Okay. What we'll have is a JS file. So there only we have to make the configuration, right? So just copy this line of code, fine, and copy this line of code, fine. And if you have Windows, if you have Windows, what you can do is Windows V for pasting. Paste over here this one. Okay, and again, comma, Windows V, and paste this one here. Fine. So you okay. Next step. Next step. Next step is written that you have to add this line of code inside your index.css. Inside your index.css. So copy this. Fine. Copy this. Go to your code again. Go to your zero src inside this index.css. You see Control A, delete everything. Control V. Fine. Control A, delete everything. Control V. Okay. The app.jsx over here. Control A, delete everything. Write RAFCE. Fine. And over here you write the class name, suppose uh, anything you can write like p sorry p3. Fine. Means we are giving the padding over here just to check whether it is working or not. So basic to do base 0 to basic to do application. Refresh this once again. Okay, now it will not work because we have not started our project. So once you start our project, right, then it will work. So to start our project, you have to write npm run development. Fine. To start our project, we have to write npm run dev. Then let's go to localhost 5175, and you can see app with a space. It has been added. So our Tailwind CSS has been integrated, guys. How to see the integration? Go to package.json and you can see Tailwind CSS Vite is there. Also, Tailwind CSS is there. What two things what we have installed? Both of them are here. Done, guys. Any doubt? Am I going too fast? What fast I went, Likita? What did you not understand? Tell me. Just follow the instructions for the Tailwind CSS. Step 2, step 3, step 4. That's all. Have you installed, guys? Okay, next up, guys, let's go to our app.jsx, close everything. Fine, and let's start building this application. Okay, so over here, everything we will build it. Fine, will not write separately everything. Okay, so what we have to do, see, our whole page over here, this one we are going to divide into two things. One, see, one we are going to divide this into an add to do. Fine, this one, and this one to display our to dos. Two components we are going to divide this thing. Add to do, display to do. Correct? Add to do and display to do. Okay. So let's write those things. Okay, add to do and display to do. So here, either you can create a new function, new file and write there, or you can write over here also. Fine. So function add to do. Fine. Add to do means where you are actually keeping your to dos. Fine. Okay. Const or over here you write return. Fine, return, and then div dot flex, okay, dot items center, okay, center dot gap 2 dot mb4. Now these are the class names. Okay, these are the class names which I am writing for you to inbuilt a tailwind CSS over here. Okay. Now over here you can write input tag. Fine. An input tag with a type of text. Fine. Placeholder. Okay. Placeholder is equal to add to dos. Add to dos. Fine. Okay. And class name. Okay. Class name over here. It will be grow border. Fine. Border gray 300. Fine. Border gray 300. Space rounded large. Fine. Pixel 3 p like padding in the x direction 3, padding in the y direction 2 means vertically padding top and bottom, outline none. Fine, outline I have removed. Okay, and the focus will be what? Ring 2. Okay, then you can write more focus ring blue, and you can write 400. Okay, that's simply your class name, right? Now, if you want to see it, you can see it over here inside the app. Don't write P3 or anything. Okay. In this div element, remove this and write add to do. Okay. Now you see how it will look like. This is what it is looking like. Fun. After this input tag, we'll give a button dot some class name we will write. Fine. That is bg dash blue. Fine. BG blue 500. You can change the color, you can change the orientation, whatever you like. For now, I am just giving you when we hover over there, it should turn into different color. So BG blue, it will dash 600. Okay, 600. Now dot text dash white, text should be white, dot px4 x-axis padding for should be 4 dot py dash 2, okay, dot rounded, fine, rounded large, fine, dot font medium, okay, medium dot transition, fine. So these are some class names, okay, and then you can write add, okay, add, and you can also give a plus sign, this one. So now your application will look like this. Any doubt, guys? Anyone has any doubt? Mm, guys, are you getting, am I audible or not? Just no, because nobody is replying. That's why I'm worried. Okay, thank you. Okay, next up, guys, next up we have to write what we need to display, right? What we need to display in the to-do. Fine. So for displaying the to-do, again, a new function we are going to write. Function to display to-do. Fine. Okay. So over here, we'll have a return element. Fine. Return. In this return element, we'll have a div element. Okay. In this div, we'll write like the class name. Inside div, one more div you write. Over here, you write the class name. Flex dot, okay, flex justify sent between, right? Justify between items center. Fine. If you write BG gray, BGG, if you write no, so BG gray it will come 50. Then you can write when you hover, fine. So it will be BGG if you write like this. So BG gray 100 it will become, okay. Shortcut. So PX4 you can write, PY2 you can write, 2 you can write, fine. Padding in X direction, padding in Y direction. Rounded large means what? Border radius. Fine. Rounded large means what? Border radius. We have applied. Then MB means margin bottom with 2. Okay. Margin bottom with 2. And then shadow SM small. Shadow small. So here you have to actually, in this particular, you have to write a span tag with text, text gray 700, Fine. Dot font medium. Dot font medium. Fine. And over here in the span tag, you have to write like any to-do application. Suppose learn React. Okay. This is one to-do application you have to do. After this span tag, we have a div element. We have a div element which will be div dot flex. Fine. Flex dot gap of three. Okay. Gap of three dot text dash lg large. Fine. Dot cursor dash pointer. Okay. Then I can have a span tag again. Okay. And over here you can write an edit one. Fine. Span tag edit one, and then you can write a delete one too. This also you can use if you want to delete. So now your application will look like, okay, we have not added, okay, we have not added this display to do. So we'll add on the top where everything is written. So display to do. Okay, cancel it. Now you see like this, it is going to come. Done, guys? Okay, fine. See, please, guys, over here, you pay very good attentions, okay? Because in this project, we are going to cover so many new things over here. It's not about a small project. We are going to cover some concepts over here. Fine. Okay. So now let's over here in this div application, let's write it some more class names so that it can look like this. Fine, whatever we are building. It should look like this basic to-do application. So let's write some codes over there, some class names over here. So class name, okay, flex, flex column, and flex column, items center, okay, item center, P8 padding 8, the BG dash gray, fine, 200. Okay. Width you can take as if you want 50%, you can take like this. See, when you want to give a real value, you have to write it inside your square box. If you want to give a real value, you have to write it inside your square box. 50%, fine. So width it's there. Margin left. Okay. So you have to give 25%. That also you can give. Empty 10. Margin top 10. That is okay. Fine. After this, I have to write an H1 tag, fine, with dot text dash 3xl dot font dash sorry, bold, okay, dot text blue dash 500 dot mb6, fine. React to do application. Okay, React to do application. In after this, what you have to write again a div element. You write in this some class name. Okay, bg white rounded excel. Fine, rounded excel shadow md. Fine, width full p padding 6. Fine, and add these two things. Fine, now you see your application. Now you see your application. It's look nice. Basic to do application. It's look like this only. I hope it is done. For you, the colors are not coming. Actually, I think I've added one more uh, extension for that thing. That's why the color is not coming. One extension is there. I don't remember right now. I'll tell you. Okay. Now listen carefully over here, guys. Now what we have to do? Now we have built everything. Okay, static application, which is uh, which is not doing anything. We have built. Fine, we have built that. Static application, this is not doing anything. If you write something, add it, it is not going to add it over here. Not doing anything. And this is the first step. When you start building a project in React or in anyone, first build a static application. Then add whatever the component, or then add the functionalities into that. Whatever the functionalities it is, right? Start adding that. So for us, first thing is that how we can get the data out of this input box. That is our first major goal. How we can get the data out of this input box. That is our first goal. So this input application or this wherever you are adding a data are called controlled element. Fine. What are they called? They are called controlled element. And in order to get an access of this controlled element, why we need access? Because we want a data, whatever the user is writing a data that we want, that data we want, correct? So in order to get that data, we need to do three steps. Fine. In order to need the data, we need to get three steps over here. What are those three steps to get to do like to have a control over controlled element? The first step over here is to create your own state. That is the first step. For accessing this input value, create your own state. That is the first step. So let's do that. So the first step over here is to create your own state. So we'll write const description, comma set description, fine, is equal to use state, and the value is empty string. Empty string. Second, what we have to do, this description, this set description help us to add the value inside this description. This is the second step. So input value, what we have to do here, we have to write on change, means whenever the value is changing. On change is an attribute which will trigger whenever the value is changing. And on change is equal to, will take the help of event over here. Event, fine. And please, you cannot write functions over here or something like this. Okay. You write a callback function just like this. Okay. Set description. Fine. And then e dot target dot value. Set description where? E dot target dot value. There you should add your description. Okay. And the third step is use that value, use that description as your value. Whatever the data it is updating, you need to see that data. No, correct. See here, what will happen if I don't use value? What will happen is that if I write something, add it, fine, I will not be able to see that value. Okay. So now in order to see that value, we have to write value description. Okay. So that we can capture it. Yes, we can capture. Understood, guys? Understood the three steps? And this is for controlled element. Okay. This is for what? Controlled element. Just 1 second. Fine. So over here, if I write step number 1, is that first create your own state. Fine. Second, use on change to monitor or to update. Fine. To update the state. Fine. Third, use the state variable as a value. Fine. These are your three steps. Now, what is the advantage of this? This advantage of this is that we can get our data. Right. We can actually have a control over whatever the user will write. Okay, whatever the user will write, that is inside our control. Fine. And what we are going to do, guys, we are going to create a to do, and one to do should look like this. It should look like description, whatever the description you want to write, and ID value. Okay, ID I can write. ID is unique in nature, so I can write new and date. This what will happen according to the seconds are changing. This value will also change. Suppose now it's the time of like 8:26 and 8:26, 59 seconds. Suppose it is. So this will create an ID. 8:27, this is a second ID, and this ID is not equal. Fine. So that's why we are going to create an ID like this. Fine. So let's create over here what? Let's write a function to create a new to do. Okay. So I'll write const new to do. Fine. Because whatever you are going to write inside this input tag is going to be a new to do. Correct. Is equal to curly bracket. Curly bracket why? Because we are going to make this as an object. Write description, which is coming from our state variable, and write an ID, which is what? New date, and it has been called. ID, new date, and it has been what? Called. Fine. So this is what we call as a new to do. Fine. Now what we will do to with this new to do? We need to grab the data. Okay, we need to grab the data and we need to store it. Fine. Now understand this thing. We have, suppose I'm drawing a component tree. We have what? Our app.jsx. And we have two child elements, which is called add to do and display to do. Correct. We have two things, add to do, display to do as two of our child component, and one parent component is app to do. Now, you guys, over here, what we are doing, we are grabbing the data. Means suppose one to do, a new to do over here, we have grabbed it. Correct. Now we have not grabbed it, we have created it. Correct. We have not grabbed it. Grab means when we have taken the control over this. We have not taken the control over this. Right. Guys, do you think this new to do is being also used over here? What do you think? Will this new to do will be used over here in the display to do? Whatever, suppose the new to do is we have grabbed, we have taken its control. Means we have now the new to do, whatever we have created. Don't you think that is actually going to use it inside our display to do? Tell me. Tell me, guys. Don't you think that whatever the new to do we are writing over here in the add to do, means whatever we are creating, we need to display it over here in the display to do application? Display to do application we need to display? Yes, obviously we need to display. And can two siblings talk? Can two siblings talk with each other? Never. Fine, never. They cannot exchange or exchange the data or talk with each other. Okay. So what is the solution for this? The solution for this is called lifting the state up. Lifting the state up. What you do, you create a new state over here. New state means what? Suppose that is to do, set to do. Fine. And do one thing, pass this data, these two things over here, add to do, and pass this over here also. Or, or set to do's and set to do. This is a new state you have to create in our parent element. To the nearest parent, lifting the state up means you have to create a state. You have to actually lift up the data. Fine. So new to do should go over here, and then from other app.jsx, it should go over here in the to do display to do application. Right. This is how it should work. So what you have to do, you create a to do and set to do over here in the parent department. So with the help of set to do, what we can do, we can send this set to do to our add to do via props. Via what? Props. What will happen? This set to do functionalities goes there, and set to do's now set to do will help us to help the to do to get updated with this new to do. And then this new to do, you send it to the display to do. And that's all your problem solved. Problem solved, guys. This is what we call as a lifting up the state. What we have to do again, add to dos are generating new to dos. These new to dos actually want to go to that display component. Fine, display component where it should be visible on the screen. It should be visible on the screen. But the siblings cannot talk. That's what I'm telling. The siblings cannot talk. Fine. So what we have to do, we have to take the leverage of lifting up the state where we have to go to our nearest parents, means we have to send the data to our nearest parent, and then from there it is going to the display to do. Now, how we will do that? So for that, you have to create a new state because it is again, all of that is a memory. All of that is what? A memory. Fine. So we have to create a to do again. Okay. Then set to do and set to do, use state. Okay. Set to do, I will send to add to do because add to do is giving us a data. And to do over here, which is updated state, is going to be on the display to do because it is displaying our data. And hence problem solved. Fine. What do I mean by this? You can take a screenshot, guys, or otherwise it's okay. You can read it about the lifting of the state. So over here, I am telling in the app.jsx. Fine. In the app, what you do, you go and create a new state. Const is equal to use state. Fine. And this will be an array. Okay, empty array. Here you write to do's, comma, set to do's. Correct. To do's, comma, set to do's. Now what I told, send this set to do's, send this set to do's to what? To our add to do. Fine. So fine. So now not like this, not like this. Write a function. Fine. It's good. You can send also like that, but writing a function will be a good advantage to you because it will help JavaScript not to re-render so many times. Fine. So write a function to handle what add to do. Fine. In which it is expecting a new to do. In which it is expecting a new to do. And then means you have to send a data new to do. Fine. Console.log, let me show you the new to do first of all. Let me show you, then we will set it. And what you do, you write over here that on handle or on add, fine, on add to do is equal to, sorry, is equal to curly bracket and you write handle add to do. Now handle add to do will be accepted. See, on add to do and you have passed handle add to do. Now this on add to do will be accepted as a prop over here. Yes, correct. If you think, yes, it will be accepted as a prop over here. Fine. And then what we have to do, we have to click on this button, which is an add button, where we will go and write an on click property, and you have to write on add to do, and not like this, but like this, on add to do, and you have to send what? The new to do. Yes, the new to do. That is how we are going to send the data. So now what will happen when we click on this button, this function is going to run. This function actually is representation of this function. This function, representation of this function. Now we have just passed the reference, correct? We have just passed the reference over here. So we have passed that reference. After that, what it is accepting the new to do. So the new to do will come over here. So console.log new to do. So let's see whether we are able to print or not. Fine. We are able to print that or not. Fine. Refresh this. I think no error should be there. Hey, right here and add it. So as you can see, guys, oh my, nice. Here we are getting the description and an ID over here. We are getting the data. Fine. Where we are getting the data on our handle to do. Now you got the data. Now you got the data, no new to do. What you can do? You can write set to do. You can write set to do's, and you can write set to do's. Then whatever the previous to dos are there. Fine. All the previous to dos. Take this dot previous to dos, comma, the new to do. What will happen? It is going to add that. Fine. Or what you can do, simply what you can do, you can just send this set to do over here. You can just simply, without sending this handle to do, you can just send a set to do's over here is equal to set to do's over here. That also will work. But in order to make it efficient, what we have done, we have written a function and then pass it so that you can understand, okay, it is now, we are now getting the data over here. Okay. And over here in the add to do's and the add to do's, sorry, in the display to do's, what we'll do, we'll write to do's, fine, is equal to do's. So here we have to send the to do, fine. So in the display to do's, what we will accept, display, sorry, we will accept to do's. Correct. Now, guys, one more thing over here. You don't have to write, in the React, you cannot write the function like F for functions, like that keyword you cannot write. You cannot write if else statement, right? You cannot write switch statement, while loop statements. These things you cannot write inside the JSX. Inside JSX, you cannot write these lines of code. Fine. So if I want, see what I want to do, that I want to display the content when we have the to do. If we don't have the to do, then I don't want to display the content. Instead of that, I want to show that start adding the to dos, or we don't have any to do. So means if I have this, if I have to do, I want to show this. If I don't have a to do, I just want to show one line, start adding to dos. So there is an if else statement, guys. What we have? We have an if else statement over here. Okay. So do you know any alternative way of writing if else statement without even writing if keyword? Ternary operator. Fine. Ternary operator. So over here, what I will do, I will cut this thing. The whole div, I will cut it, not delete it. Curly bracket means JavaScript mode on. Here I will write if the to-dos dot length, length, length is there. To-dos dot length is there. Fine. And if it is greater than 0, fine. Then question mark, I want to do something else. I want to do something. Fine. If I want to do something, control V, that you can do. Else, what I want to do, else I want to write it just. So a paragraph tag we will take. In this paragraph tag, we will write its class name, text center, fine, text gray 700, fine, and italic. I want to write start adding your to-dos. Fine. And my bad over here is that it has to return the statement. So I have to write this code div outside of this, and I have to write this div outside of this. And now everything is working perfectly fine. So inside the div element, I have done like this. What I've written? Ternary operator, guys. Yes, ternary operator we have written. Okay. So to-dos.length, if it is greater than 0, then only you show me all the to-do, then only you show me the to-dos. If it is not there, you show me this. So now what it will show? It will show start adding the to-dos. See, start adding the to-dos it is showing. And if I write hey, and add it, now it is showing me learning React. Okay, because we have not used the to-dos over here. We have not used the to-dos over here, correct? But I am getting the to-do. Correct? Correct. Now, how to use whatever the to-dos you are writing, how to use over here. Fine. So for that, see, to-dos are now in what data type it is? Array. Array. So with the array, what happened? We have something called as map method. Now, what does this map method do? Okay, let me first of all teach you the map method. Okay, suppose let ARR is equal to I have mango banana and apple. Fine. Now you write for loops and all. Fine. I will tell you one more shortcut. So you can write console.log See here, console.log, and you can write array dot map method. In this map method, it is going and executing each and every value it will take, which I will consider that as an I value. Fine. And let's do one thing. Console, it is again, it will take a callback function. So console.log, I'll write I, right? Or here you can remove it also. No issues. Right. So you can see it is printing me mango, banana, apple separately. One line of code, one for, it's equal to the for loop, what you are writing. One line of code is equal to whatever the for loop you are writing is. Understood? Also, suppose it has one more functionality that it can give you the index numbers. So if I write over here like this, and if I write value, comma, I now will become index number. So console.log, if I write run, you see 0, 1, 2 it is given. And if I write like this, backtick, dollar curly bracket, you write value, fine, and dash backtick dollar curly bracket I. So you can see now run. So mango is the 0th value, banana is the first value, and apple is the second value. If I add I plus 1 over here, what I will get? See, first, second, third value. Easy, simple and easy. The for loop, it is what? A for loop. Actually, it is returning us an array. Individual, fine, individual array. It is returning us. Same thing. Now we cannot write a for loop now inside JSX. So same thing we are going to use it inside our application. Okay. So what I will do instead of see this div one is only for one element. This div, whatever this div I have written is only for one to do. I need to show it to the multiple to do. So we use a for loop. I need to write it for the multiple to do's. So we need to use a for loop. Okay, we need to use what? A for loop. So I will write to do's or or first of all, we have to enable our JavaScript mode. Okay, or okay, sorry, JavaScript mode is enabled. We have to write to do's dot map method. Fine. In this map method, you write to do. To do means single to do. One by one to do it is going to access. Correct? Single to do, and make sure you don't write curly bracket. If you write curly bracket, see what will happen. You can write like this. Correct? And instead of writing over here learn React, you can write curly bracket. You can write to do dot description. Fine. To do dot description. Now you go into our here and write add. See, it is updating. See over here. If I write hi, add it. It is updating. Means our to do is creating, but it has not been displayed. The reason is because the reason is very simple because this map method is not able to return any JSX. This curly bracket means it is not going to return the JSX. Either you have to write like this, return, right? You have to write like this, return, like this. Then what will happen? You see, hi, you can see. Or no need, if you don't want to write return, what you should do, not use curly bracket, you should use parenthesis. No need to write a return. See, no need to write return. If I write hello, add it, see, it's working. Fine. Now it is giving you one error that key prop is missing. Okay. Now key prop is very important prop over here because it helps us to identify the difference between two components. Fine. Because you see, if I write over here hello, and if I write again hello, fine, and add this. Okay. So JavaScript needs to know the difference between them. Okay. For us, it is visible, correct. But JavaScript needs to know because for both are hello, the same structure has been created. Yes, the same structure has been created. Fine. So what is the unique thing in our project, guys? In our data, what is the unique thing? ID. So what we will do, we will write over here, we will write before class name key, just key, write to do dot id, to do dot id. Now see, this will not come. I added, I added, done, done. Is there any doubt, guys? Length is showing error. So check whether you have written inside this div element first of all, and this curly bracket have you opened or not. Wait, wait, wait. First you learn how to add a task, then we will learn how to delete a task, then we will learn how to edit a task. Everything we will learn. Just wait. Is there any doubt in this, guys? What is the doubt in fetching? Okay, we'll move on to the next step is to delete. Fine. We'll move on to what? Deleting a element or deleting a to-do application. So in order to delete, again, it's an array. Array has one method called filter, which helps us to filter out a data on a basic condition. Filter out the data on a very basic condition. If that condition is matched, we will filter out the data. Okay, fine. Suppose let's take that you have what you have 10 umbrellas. Fine. 10 umbrellas are inside an array, correct? Let's imagine 10 umbrellas inside an array. Now you write that those umbrella who are black needs to be filtered out. Means what? Those umbrella which are black will be get out, and the array will be remaining with the umbrella which are not in black color, which are not in black color. So that's what the filter do actually over here. So with the help of that, we are going to update our to-do. Okay. My question, next question over here is that where we should write this functionality? Should we write this functionality inside our app or add it to do or display to do? Where should we add this functionality? See, according to whatever the logic we are thinking, we should add over here. Okay, on click property over here. But as you know, our state is where? Our state is in app. There it is more perfect to do it. Why? Because again, nearer to the state, we don't have to send the data and everything. So here, handling the to do, although there also, if you do inside display to do also, it is good. It is great. No issues in that. But here, since we are inside, we have the state, we can manipulate it easily. Okay. So what I will write, I will write that function handle delete to do. Fine. Handle delete to do. Okay. Now, a particular to do you want to delete. Do you have the identification of that particular to do? What is the identification of that particular to do, guys? ID, correct? So we have to select with that particular ID. Okay. We have to select with that particular ID. Set to dos, and then what we have to do? You have to take all the to dos, or you can write previous to dos or whatever it is. You can write the previous to dos, then previous to dos dot filter. Okay, dot filter out. Now, previous to do again, it is expecting two things. So one by one to do it will take, one by one value it will take, and then uh, index values also. Okay, over here, I'll write previously to do's, not to do, only one to do. One by one value I told now it will take. Okay. If the previously to do dot ID is matching, is not matched with the ID which is coming, those filter out. Those you do what? Those you keep it, this you delete it. Means this you filter out. Whatever the uh, whatever the ID it is matched, you throw it out. Whatever the IDs are not matched, you keep it. That's what it is telling. You filter out the data. If the ID is not matched with that particular ID, filter it out. Perfect. This is fine. So handle delete to do. What we will do, we'll again send it as a prop. Okay, again send it as a prop. No harm in this. So what will send on delete where it is? Ah, I'll write on delete to do is equal to control V. Handle delete to do. Handle delete to do. Now over here, I'll accept that on delete to do. I'll accept that. And what I will do, I will go to this particular box, span tag. See, now over here, please carefully you see span the span tag on click property, on click property is equal to, I'll write, call this function, which is on delete to do. And guys, how you will give the ID over here? If you remember, this is again inside a loop. This is again inside a loop, and to do is over here. So to do dot ID, if I give, now see how it is going to work. To do dot ID. So whatever the to dos you want to delete, you will click on that. So that to do data will come. That to do ID over here, it is going to be send it. That ID, it will go on the top over here. Okay, that ID will be coming over here. Now all the to-dos means previous to-do means all the to-dos which is inside our this state, all the to-dos will match it, each and every one of them will match each and every one of them, and we will filter out whatever the ID is coming with that. Right? Now see guys. I write hello. Fine. Okay. Okay, 1 second. What I will do is that I will write console.log ID over here so that you can understand better. Hello, added. Fine. You remember, see here, the ID is given 29 December 2002 41 seconds. Okay. Then hello to added. Again, you see the ID is given over here. This is 2102 53 seconds. Correct. Now, if I press on delete, see here what it is. Okay. 41 seconds. This 41-second data is being deleted. That is the ID we sent it to delete. So what happened? That ID is going to be sent. Here the ID is accepted. Then all the to-dos, in that all the to-dos, whatever the to-dos are not matching the data, they are kept, and the data and the ID which was matching is been removed. This is to delete the to-do. Understood, guys? Okay. Then tomorrow we'll continue of how to edit a to-do and how to store it inside our local storage. Fine. So if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, you can leave the session. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you have a great night. You can leave the session, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have extended the quiz one test, Govind. I've extended it up to 2nd of January. No need to spam. I've done that already. Please watch today's recording. Thank you, guys.